Hello and welcome back to Link's Awakening. Let's really get started here. So, the first major thing we're going to do is head off north to this mysterious forest that the owl mentioned, but I want to pop into this house quickly just to hear a little piece of dialogue. Welcome to Sail's House O' Bananas. I'm Sail and this is my house. Well, that works. Actually, my hobby is collecting rare and unusual canned food. My brother is an artist, so I guess strange hobbies run in the family. I don't know if those two are quite comparable, but that's okay. Alright. Now let's head up to the forest. We're going to make a very brief pit stop in town to see if there's a new message from Ulrira. Nah, we don't need that. We will come back to what those are. I'm sure we'll collect more than a few of them throughout our game here. But we don't need it right now. Alright. No need to go back to the library, which is a tiny bit ironic given what Ulrira is about to tell us. Ring, ring! Ulrira speaking. You know, there is a library in the village that might have some good information for you. Talk to you later. Click. Alright. Thanks, Ulrira. Although, you know what? I think the library did have some good information. At least when you're first starting out in the game. Alright, so we're going to dive off this ledge into the well, and we will uncover our first piece of heart. Wonderful. Alright. Well, that's nice to have. Not that it's helping us just yet. We'll need 4 pieces before that will do any good, but every little bit helps. Alright, we're going to head into the mysterious forest. It's a little bit mysterious. And despite the fact that we saw him like 12 seconds ago, our owl friend is back. Hoot! Ho, brave lad! On your quest to wake the dreamer? Welcome to the mysterious wood. Much of mystery you will find on this uncharted Koholint Island. I'm afraid you may find it a trifle difficult to leave the island while the windfish naps. By the by, have you ever visited the Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Hoot! Alrighty, so in here we find some moblins, which aren't an exceptionally difficult enemy by any means, especially the unarmed kind. They will throw javelins at you, but we can hopefully avoid those. Each kind of section of the game is built roughly like this, where there's sort of a task to do, often collecting a key, but not always. And then after that, you actually go through a dungeon. I'm going to say hi to this little raccoon guy. As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder. Well, that's good to know. Now, if we look on our map here, we're right here on this square in the forest, but if we try and go north, hee-hee-hee-hoo, you're going to be lost thanks to me, hee-hee. I'm not sure what he means by that. Well, when we go north, we hear a little music noise in the background, and we get kind of teleported way over here, which is not where we intended to go. So, I guess we have to do something about this raccoon before we can go anywhere. Alright. But yeah, I really like the design of the game, where it has those built-in other sections. You've got a guardian acorn. It will reduce the damage you take by half. In between each dungeon. It just, I think, really is a good design for the game. I'm going to read this sign here, which says, "Beware of floors with cracks. A heavy person should not stand on them." Do we count as a heavy person? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're just a kid. Link always is. Mostly. Alright. Break all those crystals, move that block, open this chest, and uncover 50 rupees. Very nice. Wonderful. Oh, and now a piece of power. The alternative to the Guardian Acorn. You can feel the energy flowing through you. So yeah, the Guardian Acorn will drop our damage by half, and the piece of power brings our attack strength way up, and when we hit our enemies, they'll kind of blast across the whole screen. Alright, let's collect this guy here, which is a toadstool. You hold it over your head. A mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. Very nice. We can equip this, but can't actually do anything with it. Link will just kind of hold it over his head awkwardly. Ta-da! It's the toadstool you picked in the woods. What is it for? You hold it over your head, and a mellow aroma wafts into your nostrils. Very nice. We cannot get this heart container yet, so don't bother with it. We're going to come back for it a little later. Not too long from now, but... There is one thing in particular in this game with regards to combat I have difficulty with. It's knowing which direction Link is going to swing his sword. I will always collect a rupee. Alright. You can see it just depends on how you're standing, whether it's going to swing on the right or the left, up, down. In terms of the arc it's going to take. We do have an armed version of the moblins. They're not stronger, but a little more dangerous with the spears there, or their swords. We have the red and green bit varieties, or bots. I don't actually know what they're called. I guess I just call them bots because of the other Zelda games. So what we want to do is come out here and actually exit the forest just slightly. We're going to run by this guy, because if we hit him with our sword, the little green guy, it does not go well for us. And we're going to come into this strange-looking hut. Let's see if this woman will talk to me. Every now and then, I don't know why or what I'm doing wrong, but the game will just have difficulty recognizing that I want to talk to her. But it's probably okay. Let's try and show her the toadstool. Ah, it has the sleepy toadstool. It does. We'll mix it up something in a jiffy. We will. I appreciate that. It's all ready, it is. Take care, as there's not much there. Why not try a bit in my hut? You've got some magic powder. Try sprinkling it on a variety of things. Alright? So we can try sprinkling it in this empty kind of pot here, I guess we'll call it. Good job. Use it on your enemies and see what happens. If you run out, go to the forest, pick some mushrooms, and I will make you more. So yeah, we can start fires in specific locations, and we can use it on enemies, which most of them have a different effect. This green guy has a unique effect here, though, where he gets all goobery and looks kind of Jamaican if you talk to him. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Ah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, he just says, "Hey, man." I don't know why. It's a very unique design choice. Alright, and now can use it on this moblin, and the other thing that it will do is light enemies on fire, which is pretty fun, I think. Alright, so we're going to come down here, take these guys out. I can also pop over and show this little pond here. If you don't have full health, will hold a fairy, but we don't need it, and therefore she is not here. Now, what we want to do is take this powder and go back and find that, oops, yeah, I'll take it, why not? Just get some different music for a little bit. Find this guy who told us that he has a very sensitive nose, and when we use the powder, he goes a little bananas. Not the bananas like Sail is going to give us, but bananas nonetheless. The last thing I can remember was beating into a big juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon. Yeah, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Alright, Taryn, good to know. I'm all tuckered out. I think I better get a spell before I head home. Very nice. You rest. We're just going to keep going up here. And here, we find this chest, which contains the tail key. Now you can open the tail cave. Hoot! Take the key and go to the tail cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. Hoot! And I feel like we didn't need quite that much support from the owl, giving us a message every, 12 feet, but that's fine. That chest is a little out of reach just now, but We'll be able to get to it later. Obviously, in classic Zelda fashion, there will be a lot of that throughout the game. Now, let's take a minute to explore around town, so we can say hi to Madam Bow Wow. Oh ho ho, my Bow Wow is so proud of his fine fur coat. I'm pretty sure it's a metal coat, but I've been wrong before. Can say hi to this little Bow Wow in here, who tells us, makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all, sigh, and some new accessories would be nice. Well, maybe if we find some accessories, we'll drop them off. This is the home of Ulrira, the phone call guy. You can say hi to Mrs. Ulrira. Yahoo! I'm fine, and you? I'm alright. Seem very excited. Oh, Ulrira likes talking on the phone. He must love chatting in person. How to say, please call outside? It seems that old man Ulrira is a shy guy in person. You can answer this phone call, which says, bring, 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 click. Yes, it's the Bucket Mouse. Thanks for calling. Well, click. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. I don't know if it's just a weird joke I don't get, but yeah, it says you must have dialed a wrong number. There's no real interpretation of the events that just unfolded there. Alright, we can pop back into Marin and Terran's house and see that Terran is taking a nap. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep now. And we can also pop up here, say another hello to young Marin, who will do a little song for us. Dark Wolf, Terran's taking a nap at home. I don't know how he can sleep on such a nice day. It makes me want to sing a song. Yes, the song is The Ballad of the Windfish. She does love singing this song. We can also take a look at this statue here, which is Here Sleeps the Flying Rooster. Apparently a very important item for them. We don't need to go into the shop right now. There's nothing there that we need to see. We have the third of the 4 kids we can talk to. I heard that you can press select to look at the island map, but I don't understand what they mean by that. Alright. And finally we can see the parents of the 4 kids. Yep, those are my boys. I'm Papal. Pleased to meet you. I'll be lost in the hills later, so keep a lookout for me here. Who plans getting lost? Because they all look alike, even I am sometimes confused. By the way, my baby wants a Yoshi doll. I saw one at the trendy game, but I couldn't get it. What's this trendy game? We should check that out. Okay, so on this screen, we're going to have our first secret seashell, which is located right here. That's what they look like. You found a secret seashell. If you collect a lot of these, something good is bound to happen. There are 26 total, and we need 20 of them in order to get the reward that we're looking for. I'll come down this side so I don't accidentally hit the little fox guy there. Let's talk to the 4th kid. When you're running out of hearts, you'd better enter a house or cave. Why? I have no idea. I'm just a kid. The answer is because that saves the game. Alright, let's play this here. So you can do this to, 1 play for 10 rupees. Yes, let's play. You can do this to get some rupees. You can do it to get the powder there early, fill up some hearts. But ultimately, the only thing I really care about is getting our Yoshi doll here. So we're going to move the crane over with B, and then down with A, and that should just about do it. Getting the Yoshi is easy. I have no real talent for getting the other ones. I guess I've never really tried much either, but... Alright. You got a Yoshi doll. Recently, he seems to be showing up in many games. Yeah, I think this is right when Yoshi first came out. There's a lot of Mario references throughout this game, actually, that you will have an easy time catching most, if not all of them. They are not subtle. Oh, will you give that doll to my baby? Sure. Oh, thank you. You are indeed a generous person. I will give you this in return. We get a ribbon. You traded your Yoshi for a ribbon. Maybe you can trade the ribbon for something else. This is the beginning of the pretty long trading sequence in this game. And we're actually going to take the first 3 steps right here in this video, with number 2 being this little individual is looking for accessories. Makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all. And some new accessories would be nice. Oh, that ribbon, I need it. Will you trade me for my dog food? Sure. Lucky, thanks. Well, here's your dog food. Woohoo! You exchange the ribbon for dog food. It's full of juicy beef. Okay. Alright, one more thing that we have to do here in town, and that's to come up here to this fishing pond and do a little touch of fishing. How about some fishing, little buddy? I'll only charge you 10 rupees. Why do you get to charge us for this? Is this your pond? Do you own it? I'm not sure I believe that. Alright, that's just explaining how to fish, which I don't feel like reading. So, the only fish we really care about is the one who's directly under us, but usually you end up having to catch some of the small fish to get them out of the way, which they only give you 5 rupees each, as opposed to the bigger fish, which give back more. So yeah, once I catch their attention, it's easier just to catch them and getting them out of the way. It's only a runt, I'll give you a 5 rupee prize for that. Alright, that's fine. So essentially, so long as we catch a fish, it only costs us 5 rupees each time. Oops, I didn't mean to throw that all the way out there. Well, maybe we'll catch this big one down here, why not? Now we just gotta reel them all the way in. This one we don't need. We do get money for it. Wow, nice fish. It's a lunker. I'll give you a 20 rupee prize. Try again? Yes. Yeah, I don't need to hear it. I don't need to explain every time. Yeah, probably one of the biggest flaws in this game is the lack of ability to skip those message boxes. Especially the ones that repeat over and over again throughout the game. It's a runt. I'll only give you 5 rupees. Alright, that's fine. Alright, now we'll just catch our last fish and get the reward we actually want from it. And you'll see what that is pretty shortly. There we go. Oh, it's a big one, and it has a piece of heart. Yes, this is the second portion of heart container we're going to collect, and we get 20 rupees on top. So I think ultimately we actually might even have more money than we came in with. If we say we want to try again, he says, "Ooh, this pond's all fished out. Why not try your luck in the sea?" Okay. Did I say that? Forget it. Okay, run along now. Alright. Well, maybe we'll find some sea to fish in later. Alright, just gonna put our shield equipped again. Alright, so the last thing that we are going to do today is go down and see Sail, the banana selling crocodile, alligator, I'm not sure. I don't know how you would tell in a video game. And then we're going to go into the tail cave. What's that you have? It's canned food. For heaven's sake, man, give that food to me, please. He's hysterical. What do you do? Let's give him the food. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. And he immediately devours it. Munch, munch. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Yum. You gave him dog food and got bananas in return. Good deal. Alright, yes, so let's move on to the tail cave. In general, this is going to be the flow that I will usually try to follow for videos, where I'll do the section leading up to a level and the level in each video. As we get a little later in the game, there'll be times when that doesn't happen, either because there are some additional side quests we need to do, collections, or if the quest or level are just a little too long, but we'll see. Alrighty. So let's take our tail key, unlock the gate. Nice. Alright, now, level 1, Tail Cave. This is actually one of the more oddly nerve-wracking levels for me, simply because, I mean, the game itself is not particularly difficult by any means, but you have so few hearts at this point that it is remarkably easy to die. You've got the compass. Now you can see where the chests and a nightmare are hidden. This compass has a new feature. A tone will tell you if a key is hidden in a room when you enter. So you can see what the map looks like when there's just a compass. But yeah, it is, just oddly difficult to die if you're being just a little bit careless. And we very much do not want to die because there is kind of a very, very short but nice additional ending that you get. However, you can only get it if you have no deaths during the game. Alright. Collect this second key. Got a small key. You can open a locked door. Let's take out these bats first. Now, these orange guys are interesting because they'll jump away, but they respond to the actual swing of your sword, whereas if you just have your sword out, they'll just walk right into it. And so if you go backwards, you can just do your spinning attack and take them out. And most of the enemies that try to jump away from you or run away from your sword swings, you can take care of in the same way. At last, you got a map. Press the start button to look at it. Yeah, sure. Here's the map. Alright, now let's fill it out. Alright, dive through here. Let's take care of this guy. And I suppose we can take care of the bats as well. It's too bad. I could have used that acorn. Would have been a nice find. Alright. Take care of that dude there, and now we want to get to this chest. We just have to be careful about our bubble here. You got a small key, yes. So, yet another example of the game just being very repetitive. We can see it just up there, but can't reach it. We're going to get a lot of messages like that just never seem to end. Alright, 20 rupees. Joy! You know what? I think I actually want to go this way first. It doesn't really matter a huge deal, but just in order that I... Oh no, this was not right. Well, maybe it is. I don't remember. Let's find out. No. I'm going to go through there. Yeah, it really doesn't matter very much. There's just a particular order I like to do things for the sake of getting all the dialogue and seeing everything. Alright, so these are kind of interesting enemies. What you need to do is hit all three of them so that they end on the same image. And if you get them all to end on diamonds, then you get some rupees. If you get them all to end on hearts, then you... Oop, that was not well done. We'll get your hearts refilled. Hang on, we're just going to reset. I think I'd like to get them on hearts right now. It's not exceptionally difficult, but can be tough at times. Alright, so let's focus up a little bit. So, clubs, then hearts. No. You can also try doing this, which doesn't always work, but... Nope. Alright, let's give it one more shot here. Alright, that's fine. I'm just going to take him out. That one I just swung at because I didn't want to get hit by him. is nice if you can bunch them all together, but oof. Alright, now we're getting real risky. Tell you what, hang on, I'm just going to pause and come back when I get them all, because it's taking a little too long. Alright, we got lucky, finally got them all. So, and we got them all on hearts, so we were able to heal up, which is always good. Now we found a stone beak. Let's find the owl statue that belongs to it. So, when we get these stone beaks, we can put them into the owl statues and get little clues. Turn aside the spined ones with a shield. I believe in the original game they were just kind of like stone slabs. Not particularly certain why they made the change. It's not like a bad change or anything. Just don't know why they decided to do it. Alright, let's get rid of you. Oh, nice. Piece of power. I could use that. A little stronger attack. Alright. And yeah, that stone beak is what I wanted to get before coming over here. You can see that there's kind of a weakened, cracked wall here that unfortunately we don't have any bombs, so we can't do anything with. We'll have to come back to that. This guy we could just kind of draw out and then sneak past him, but you also have a second way of dealing with him, which is to block his path with that block. Alright, now we will come up here. Watch out for these guys, and sneak past. And we have another owl statue who tells us, if there is a door that you can't open, move a stone block. Now, I don't think it really matters. I think you're supposed to push it this way, just to complete the pattern, but you really can move this anywhere. And the door will open. Alright, let's take out our shield. So this is going to be the same message as last time. Turn aside the spined ones with a shield. And yeah, this is just, I guess, in case you didn't get the memo earlier, telling you how to deal with those guys. Now that opened up a set of stairs, and now we have some Goombas. Oops. So you can kill Goombas with your sword, but we're going to see shortly that the preference is to jump on them, I guess, because that's how Mario would have done it, maybe. I don't know. But how do you jump? You haven't been able to jump all game. Oops, that was not well done. That's okay. We've got the Rock's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. Yes, so the Rock's Feather allows us to jump. And the reason I didn't really care about getting hit was because A, there's some hearts right there that were floating in the air, which I think represent 3 hearts total. And B, anytime that you jump and land on a Goomba, you will always receive a heart. So a good way to heal up. Now I do wish I was a little more careful because getting hit cost us the Rock's Feather, which I wasn't really thinking about, but such is life, I guess. Alright, let's jump across this gap, come back down here. We can, again, kind of dodge this thing, or we can just jump over it. Now I wish I had dodged so that I didn't get hit. Alright, take out this guy again, so he's not going to bother us. And now, there is one more pathway, which we didn't take earlier. Across this gap here, which we previously couldn't jump over. And now we can. We'll dodge the bubbles, jump over here, and come to our first mini-boss. A guy who I actually have more trouble with than I probably should. But just because, I don't know, the lateral movements in the game that doesn't have kind of 3D, like true 3D, can be difficult sometimes to anticipate where he's going, but ultimately he's not too bad. One nice feature in this game is that every time you defeat a mini-boss, a little portal opens up that you can use to go back and forth between the beginning of the dungeon. We don't need it right now, but it is handy. Now we don't need to go down these stairs. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot to get the nightmare key. That was wise. Still don't need the portal, but luckily we don't have to go too far. Oh wait, this isn't right. Go back up to that area. I went to before, needlessly. Jump over here, open that block with a key, and there we go. You've got the Nightmare's key. Now you can open the door to the Nightmare's lair. Wonderful. Now, oops, that was unfortunate timing. Right after we've been healed up, I didn't think the bats would respawn just yet. Alright, he's over there, we don't have to worry about him. Alright, so... yeah, I don't necessarily need to go down here, but just in case I get lucky and don't get knocked off, I'll show you that there's nothing really down here. It's just kind of a spooky, scary dungeon. If you get knocked off the ledge by the nightmare boss here, then you'll end up down in that area, which I would like to have not happen, but we'll see. This is how I like to deal with him. Buzz Buzz Outsider is by kind of pointing away so that we don't accidentally get bumped by his head and kind of recoil off, and then just try to hit his tail with our spin attack, and then dodge around him sprinting here. Should only take a couple of hits of our spin attack, and then it's taken care of. So yeah, see, generally very easy, but you can kind of get knocked off and have to reset the fight over and over, which can cause some difficulty. But we get our first instrument here, which is... you've got the Full Moon Cello. Glad I didn't say anything. I thought it was going to be the Moonlight Cello. I forgot its name. But the Full Moon Cello. The swamp. A path opens in the blooms. Alright then. Well, I think that is enough for now. We're going to end things here. When we come back, I guess we're going to head towards the swamp, it sounds like. But, till then, see ya.